Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program, 4Ps, is the flagship poverty alleviation program of the national government under the Department of Social Welfare and Development that provides conditional cash grants to the poorest of the poor to improve the health, nutrition, and the education of children aged 0 to 18. As of September 30, 2014, the Pantawid program covers 4.3 million households nationwide, home to 11 million children. The Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program is patterned after the Conditional Cash Transfer or CCT schemes in Latin American and African countries, which have lifted millions of people around the world from poverty. The Philippines Conditional Cash Transfer Program is only one among 53 Conditional Cash Transfer Programs implemented around the world. In 2013, 4 CSOs banded together to develop a model for civil society and government partnership for transparent and accountable implementation of the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program, or 4Ps. The model is called Project i-PANTAWID. Guarding the integrity of the Conditional Cash Transfer Program in the Philippines, made possible by a grant from the World Bank via its Global Partnership for Social Accountability in 2014. The i-PANTAWID project has 4 components, namely third-party monitoring, enhanced family development sessions, capacity building of member civil society organizations of the Northern Luzon Coalition for Good Governance, and knowledge and learning. All 4 components use and promote social accountability approaches and tools. CCAGG is the grantee and overall project manager of i-PANTAWID. CCAGG also leads the third-party monitoring component. Responsible Citizens and Empowered Communities in Solidarity for Social Change, or RECITE, leads the Enhanced Family Development Sessions. Affiliated Network for Social Accountability, East Asia and the Pacific, or ANSA-EA, leads the capacity building of member civil society organizations of the Northern Luzon Coalition for Good Governance, or NLC-GG. And the Partnership for Transparency Fund, or PTF, leads the knowledge and learning component. Led by PTF as part of the knowledge and learning component of the project, i-PANTAWID held a 2-day good practices workshop entitled Enhancing the Integrity of the Conditional Cash Transfer Program in the Philippines on March 2 and 3, 2015 at the Asian Institute of Management Conference Center in Makati City. About 60 invited participants were briefed and updated on the PTF's report on international experiences and best practices on the use of civil society participation and social accountability. Aside from the CCAGG, stakeholders from various groups likewise participated in the 2-day workshop. Among them were representatives from Responsible Citizens and Empowered Communities in Solidarity for Social Change, or RECITE, Partnership for Transparency Fund, Affiliated Network for Social Accountability, East Asia and Pacific, Kalinga Apayo Religious Sector Association, CARSA, members of the Northern Luzon Coalition for Good Governance, DSWD Pantawid Municipal Links, Provincial Links, Regional Program Coordinators, and National Program Management Office. Project Steering Committee members from the Commission on Audit, Department of Health, National Commission on Indigenous People, and the Department of Interior and Local Government. and the Asian Development Bank in Manila. The overall objective of the workshop was to enhance the participants' understanding on the key integrity risks in the Pantawid Pamilya Program in the i-PANTAWID project area, and how social accountability interventions can help mitigate these risks using international experiences. Specifically, the following were addressed during the workshop. Increase awareness and enhance knowledge on key integrity risks in the CCTP and international experiences and good practices in civil society participation and social accountability initiatives on integrity enhancement of CCTPs. Skill building on the identification and assessment on the main integrity risks in Pantawid Pamilya and augment their understanding on how social accountability interventions can help mitigate risks. Raise awareness and seek engagement on project monitoring and measurement using project results framework. Share details of the knowledge and learning plan and build participant skills to participate and contribute to planned KNL activities. It was indeed an engaging two-day knowledge and learning fellowship with the stakeholders that featured talks and workshops from the following distinguished speakers: CCAGG President and i-PANTAWID Project Director, Ms. Pura Sumangi.
Friends, this two-day workshop will unravel and introduce us to the growing initiative of enhancing integrity in the 4 Ps in some countries and even in our country, the Philippines.
Workshop Facilitator, Mr. Wadel Cabrera.
Several components to this project. No? There are several things that are being done in order to promote, protect, and guard the integrity of the DSWD's Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program. And part of the work that's being done here is ensuring that we're able to call out all the lessons, inform new knowledge, and share this knowledge to as many stakeholders as possible.
PTF Country Director for the Philippines, Mr. Jerry van der Linden.
We felt that there is a growing experience in the Philippines itself, and it would be very important to try and capture this knowledge and experience from the Philippines and share it with people elsewhere. So the component, the knowledge and learning component, is very much a two-way street. On the one hand, learning from elsewhere. On the other hand, capturing the lessons from our own experience, particularly as i-PANTAWID is being implemented, to share it with the rest of the world.
DSWD Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program National Program Management Director, Leo Reynoso.
There is a need for the Pantawid National Program Management Office to refine Pantawid data in the reporting system. So we are actually doing that so that later on it will be easier for us to not only to manage the data, but for the public to easily appreciate and interpret the data.
Washington, D.C.-based PTF Chief Technical Advisor, Dr. Vinay Bargava.
Beyond the government systems and mechanisms, control mechanisms, which are essential and necessary, the civil society participation and social accountability initiatives should be supported to complement the government's efforts.
PTF Advisor and Monitoring and Evaluation Expert, Mr. Cesar Umali.
Risks and constraints stand in the way of all projects. I think that is why we are here. What is important is that we use evidence-based and experience-rich tools. We apply this to address these risks, problems, issues, constraints, so that while working as a team, at the end of the day, we will have a successful program.
PTF Advisor and Knowledge and Learning Manager, Mr. Dante de Los Angeles.
We would like to raise awareness about the value of knowledge and learning, we would like to see the knowledge and learning plan of Project i-PANTAWID and an understanding of what the knowledge products are for in our knowledge and learning plan.
Capped by a message from DSWD Secretary Corazon Juliano Soliman, conveyed by Director Leo Reynoso.
I am very happy to have you with us in guarding the integrity of Pantawid Pamilya and enhancing our systems to better help our partner beneficiaries.
The two-day affair was marked with knowledge building and positive engagement that ended on a high note.
The main messages being there's experience in the Philippines and elsewhere in the world gives us evidence on the clear link between CCT and its ability to contribute to poverty reduction. And no matter how good the design of the program, there are natural and inherent risks in it. But no matter how big the challenge of mitigating the risks, there are ways with which these can be managed, and CSOs play a critical role in having these risks managed. And how do we do that? Through third-party monitoring, which you've already started, and there are already your own experiences by CCAGG and Recite from which lessons can be drawn from. And three critical elements that should be undertaken is one, what work do we really want to do? What aspects of the program do we want to monitor? And it's important to go through an exercise of identifying vulnerabilities and the weakest links, as termed by Vinay earlier. And then there are SAC approaches that are ours for the taking, that are yours for the taking, which you can continuously improve on and draw lessons from. And there are SAC approaches. There's the importance of dialogue and standardized tools so that experiences can be compared across contexts, across regions, across provinces, across implementing dynamics. No? And while there are as many municipalities and provinces in the Philippines, contexts can differ. But there's a way of standardizing and capturing this through the tools that's commonly shared across implementing units. And then, of course, the importance of monitoring results. So that at the end of the day, we can tell stories of our good practices.
Such were the highlights of the Project i-PANTAWID workshop on enhancing the integrity of the Conditional Cash Transfer Program in the Philippines, drawing new knowledge and learning from international experiences and good practices. With civil society's participation, coupled with social accountability initiatives, in coordination with the Department of Social Welfare and Development, enhancing the integrity of the Philippines Conditional Cash Transfer Program is proceeding with Project i-PANTAWID. This has been a knowledge and learning product of Project i-PANTAWID.